Good morning. I am getting ready for the day and I got my exchange. So if you guys caught I think it was like a spring fashion, luxury spring fashion unboxing, something like that. I bought a bunch of things for my Teresa. Unfortunately, a lot of that had to go back. It didn't fit me. One of which was a Loewe skirt. And I got the size 42 and it was a little bit big on me and they did not have a size 40. So I'm trying a size 38. I really, really hope it fits, but that's kind of a small size for me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we'll try this on together, but today's going to be a fun day because I'm going to the strip and I'm meeting up with Jennifer. Jennifer is here on YouTube as All Feisty. I'm so excited to meet her in person. I'm sure all of you watch her, but she does the absolute best like luxury makeup and some fashion reviews. Just great demos, great reviews, really insightful, and she's super eloquent. As a fellow YouTuber, I feel like I notice strange or different things from what you may notice when you're watching someone's videos. And one of those things is how much editing happens. I can barely get through like one sentence without having to chop it up. And she's one of those people that can just talk. She can just talk, no editing, and just speak off the cuff. And I just admire people like that. I'm like, wow, what a gift. Anyway, she's here in town and I'm going to meet her at the Crystals Mall. She's a big shopper like myself. So we're going to meet up shop, have some lunch. I made a reservation for us at STK at Cosmo, which is attached to Crystals by like a walkway. So super close. And that's it. So let me put on some clothes and try on this skirt. Ooh, fingers crossed. All right, here it is. And oh, this looks tiny. This is elasticated, but this looks too small. All right, let's try it. Okay, well, surprise, surprise. It does fit. It's so funny. I don't like clothes that like fit me, and this like fits me, but they didn't have a 40. So the bigger size also just had like a nicer drape and hang. I think that's why I like oversized clothing. You just have more fabric that just like hangs and it just like drapes really nicely, where I feel like this, I don't know, it doesn't look like it has as much movement to it. I think a 40 would have been perfect, but okay, it does not look good with this sweater. I just threw this sweater on to try it, but I think I need something. Maybe I'll put on my cropped Prada shirt and then that'll kind of like at least show off the waistband a little bit. Let's try that. Well, it's not cropped enough, but anyway, you guys can see the skirt better. I think it fits me. I guess I'll keep it. It fits me. I definitely would have liked a 40 more because it just, yeah, like I keep saying, it would have just like hang, like there'd be more like chill to the skirt. Wow, I wasn't actually planning on wearing this today to the strip. I was just gonna wear something comfier, like my rag and bone jeans or whatever. But this is pretty comfy. It's pretty comfy, and I'd have to definitely steam it. It's like a little too wrinkly right up in here. What should I do? I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna wear something. Maybe I'll just leave this shirt on, but I'm gonna wear like jeans or something. I just wanna be like more casual. Oh, I don't think I showed you guys, but when I placed my Nordstrom order for all that luxury skincare and beauty, I placed an order for Rag & Bone Miramar jeans. So let me just double check. Now these are the jeans, well, these are the sweatpants that look like jeans. Just love them. So originally I had large, and you know, I can still wear them, but they're like a little baggy, and because the elasticated waist isn't like super duper stretchy, it feels like they slip throughout the day. Anyway, I was gonna order a medium. They didn't have that in stock, and I was like, well, let me just try the small. Let's just see how it works. So I got the small, and it actually fits pretty well. And you know what's the best part? Is the length actually works for me. So here, let me put them on and show you. So here is the small. So, you know, not quite as like baggy, not quite as fluid, and you know, chill as the large, but I just love the fact that I don't have to like cut off the ends or get them shortened or whatever. So anyway, I got these, like I said, when I ordered all that other stuff, so it was like last week, and I've worn them a few times and I love them. I'm so glad. This was definitely a pair of pants. We've had this conversation about what do we do with clothes that we've outgrown in either direction. And I'm going to make like a longer video about all of this or whatever, but there were some pieces that I knew I just wanted to get in a smaller size because I love them. I wear them all the time. They're like essentials in my wardrobe. So this was being one of them. I got a smaller size. So I guess should I wear this today? How does this look? Because I like to layer. Should I wear like a light jacket? Oh, maybe it's a puffer vest day. Let's see what the temperature is going to be today. Where is my phone? Okay, today's weather. Right now it's 51 and it's going to be high 63. Is the puffer vest too much? Okay, this is super similar to the outfit that I posted on Instagram last week, but I had my long sleeve white button down shirt underneath from the Frankie shop, and I wore these Alaya fishnet ballet flats, which I'd probably wear today. It could also be a Celine Anorak day because, I don't know, I feel like this puffer vest is a bit much. Yeah, let me try on the Anorak. Wow, I haven't put this on, I guess, since I've lost a little bit of weight, and the sleeves seem longer. What do you guys think? I think this may be a little bit more appropriate for 60, low 60s. I mean, we're gonna be indoors. I kind of like this. I think this is more the mood I'm in, just, you know, real casual. And then I think maybe I'll try these with it. I've only worn the white ones. I actually haven't worn these out yet, so let me see how these look. Okay, what do you think of this? I don't know if I like these shoes with this. No, I don't like it. Okay, let's try something else here. I feel like the Anorak is giving me either like sandals or sneaker vibes. I think I will wear one of my favorite pairs of transition season shoes, which are these Chanel dad sandals with the shearling and the pony hair. I love this idea. It's a sandal, but it's gonna be a really warm, really warm sandal. There, I like that much better. I think the whole outfit flows. Okay, I think my hair, you know, it's as good as it's gonna get. All right, before I go down and put on makeup, I'm gonna put on some jewelry. I've got all of my Lucifer rings to put on. Okay, those are all on. And then what earrings? I always feel like I need a bolder earring when I'm wearing animal print. So I can wear my Lucifer earrings, which, by the way, these are asymmetric. I've gotten so many comments about how I'm missing a pearl. I'm not missing a pearl. Thank you for your concern. I'm not missing a pearl. This is the pair of earrings. So there's 4 spikes that come out of each. There's 3 pearls covering 3 spikes on this side and 1 pearl covering 1 spike on this side. So 3 spikes, 1 spike. Get it? Get it? It's asymmetric. I was like, you're missing a pearl. I'm like, actually, if I was missing anything, I'd be missing 2 pearls, but I'm not missing anything. Okay, let's see. Do I want to wear those? Simply put on my Dean Davidson Soul Huggy Hoops. These and the other Huggy Hoops are just great for just like every day, you know? And then some bracelets. I do start wearing my bracelets now that the weather's warmer and my wrists are actually showing. I think I'll wear this one. This Hermes, is it Behapi? It's like a double tour leather bracelet, but it's double-sided. I'm gonna wear the brown side. I usually always wear the black side, but I'll do the brown side to go with the leopard. And then I've got my Lucifer link bracelet here. I'll throw that on. Would this be too much with this little leopard? Or maybe I should do yellow. Would that be fun? with this stack. Maybe just the yellow, because the yellow one is thinner too. So I think it'll look better with all the other bracelets. Let's see. Does this look kind of crazy? No, I don't like the yellow with it. I didn't mean to spend this much time on my bracelet choice this morning. I think we'll just stop there then. All right, good enough. Let's go down and put on some makeup. All right, we're gonna do something simple. What's new? I love how I say that, like we're doing something different on this channel. We're not. We're gonna do something simple. I also don't like putting on a full face of makeup if I'm possibly gonna be trying on clothes. I really hate getting foundation or having to be like super careful when I try on clothing. So I'm just gonna be putting on some concealer. I've got the Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer in 2N. And I'm just gonna put it around my eyes and my nose. I've had a little bit of a breakout around my nose. And I also noticed that my eyelid was jumping, and that only ever happens with allergies. This, I'll associate it with allergies because I have been like tissuing off my nose quite a bit, but that is what all that redness is around my nose, if you guys notice. Okay, I'm gonna put on a little bit of bronzer because I feel very pale. I'm gonna use some of my Terracotta Sun-Kissed Healthy Glow powder in Light Cool. I feel like I should take you out into the daylight because my lighting in there today seems a little bit off. I hate all this like dry skin I have around my nose now. Anyway, there is nothing a little bronzer can't fix. I am gonna take out an oldie but goodie. I have not used this in a long time. This is the Western Atelier Lit Up Highlight Stick in Nectar. It's one of my all-time favorite like cream highlight products. Oh my God, I'm using the viewfinder as a mirror again. Hold on. Oh, let me get the proper mirror. Here we go. I'm gonna throw on this one matte shade from the mini palette from Natasha Denona. Mini Dream palette, right? My mini Dream palette, yeah. All right, just that shadow. Wow, it looks so much darker in the viewfinder than it does in real life. Interesting, okay. It makes me wanna blend it out a little bit more. My eyebrows are surprisingly looking pretty good today. I'm not gonna put anything in them. Strange. Let's curl my lashes, put on some mascara and eyeliner. I have to do a time check. I have to run a quick errand before I head to the strip. Okay, we are still good. I'm going to use a touch of the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. And then I'm gonna use my Suku gel eyeliner in dark brown. And I think this has been sold out on Selfridges. I hope it comes back into stock soon. And when it does, I will let you guys know because this eyeliner is so good. Just gonna do my top lash line, nothing crazy today. And then I'm gonna use my Hourglass Shape and Sculpt lip liner in Expose, #1. I was using Flaunt, #2, for a while, and then I don't know, I downshifted to Expose. But they're both nice if you want like a pale nude. There's Expose, and then I'm gonna throw on my Clé de Peau Triumphant Tawny. All right, how does that look? We are ready to meet All Feisty. I'm gonna do some work, I'm gonna run an errand, and then we'll hit the strip. Okay, I just parked. I'm gonna walk up and meet Jen. We are meeting in front of Hermes. Look who I found! Hi! We're gonna do some, are we gonna do some damage today? Or are we just looking?
No
okay.
problem.
Okay.
It's gonna be her. It's gonna be her. It's not my fault. What do we think that is?
I think it's a
cat, but
it's a leopard.
Is
I'm
it?
gonna go with leopard.
Because it's on the bags. It's the handle of the bags.
Oh my God.
And I'm sorry, but I can't. I mean, it's stunning. But can you imagine carrying that?
It's very, we're looking at Leopard, by the way, everyone. We're looking at Leopard. It's very like Cartier.
It is, yeah.
But not done well. This is actually, this looks terrible. I think this looks terrible.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like a stunning, like, look at, you're like, wow, look at that. Like, you're gonna catch your eye, but not stunning as in, wow, fabulous. Stunning as in...
It's like tacky.
What the heck?
What's happening?
What did they do?
Ooh, I love your nail color.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I mean, not only is it's iterative of Cardi, but it's also like you said, tacky.
It's just tacky. I don't like it at all.
No.
I don't like it at all.
No. We're both like, no.
I'm usually pretty forgiving. I'll be
no.
like, okay, that's not for me, but I can see someone. I don't want to
Who
see
is that for?
I don't know. I don't want to see that on anyone.
No.
Sorry, London.
I had a pair
Creative.
of Lanvin flats, and they were like a red flat. It was like the height of fashion back in the
Oh my
those.
God.
Ooh, back in
With
the
the
day.
elasticated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love those, and like they were the hardest things to get, and now everyone's like,
Yeah.
Lanvin.
Yeah. No, and they're those flat handbags.
Yes.
I can't remember what they're called.
I am.
But Albert, what a genius he was.
He was. See, you have to go down for me because I'm shorter. She's not used to that because all her friends are tall. I was actually thinking because I was like, I'm gonna wear my flats, and I was like, it's a good thing I'm not meeting up with like Risa. I'd be like, hi, how are you? I love watching your channel. You seem like a lovely woman.
I know, she's so statuesque.
I was like, would you like to sit down somewhere so I can have a conversation?
And I hope
Lauren Hutton's amazing, in my opinion.
she is
Isn't she?
fantastic.
That's what I want to be. It's like, she's just, I mean, I'm not going to look like Lauren Hutton, but the attitude.
Yeah.
Bright lip, like a Michelle lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. These look good.
Do you have that Hermes orange neon?
No.
You have to get it.
I have to buy it.
Ooh, I didn't notice the
color
Too
block.
Faced action.
It is so many colors. Look at the bottom.
Oh, I
The
love
straps
that.
are a different green. And then you have a little bit of like a light purple gray.
And then this is a different green.
This is a different green as well.
What's the interior? Anything funky there?
Here is leather. It's green leather. Oh.
More green.
So this is our most iconic bag. It's called the Galleria.
Yep,
And
I
it's
have one.
See?
But
So
I have
you
a
know
medium
how
size. But
how it opens and how
Yeah.
convenient that is.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, we just left Prada. We did a little bit of damage, not too bad. But we are on our way over to the Cosmo for lunch. We're gonna go to STK. Gosh, it's a little windy. I hope you guys can hear me. There it is. Have we worked up an appetite?
I'm very hungry.
Okay. I totally forgot to vlog our lunch, but it was delicious.
It was really good.
It was really, really good. The fries were really good.
Fries were excellent. You should definitely get the fries.
The waiter told us that one serving was going to be enough. He's like, it's a really generous size. We're like, oh, okay, we'll just order one thing of fries. It came and we were like, can we have another order? He was like, okay.
And lots of ketchup.
And more ketchup. Anyway, it was delicious. I'm stuffed. So we're back. We're back at Crystal's, as you can see.
Yes.
I have about another hour before I have to head home. So we thought we would hit Celine and Dior. There's Bottega, there's Louis Vuitton, there's Tom Ford, there's Fendi.
We'll flip
I don't-
for it.
What do you?
What do you guys
I mean, I can come here anytime. So
Celine.
Celine. Celine. back from the strip, hanging out with Jen. That was so much fun. I will fill you in more a little bit later. I definitely did some damage. She is just so much fun. Anyway, I have to get to a little cocktail party. I was actually invited to this cocktail party by a real estate agent. I actually don't know how they got my information, but it is a community that's being built by Blue Heron, which is, they're like a luxury residential development company, and they build really, really beautiful homes. So my husband and I thought we would just go and take a look. It's basically like, it's a cocktail party, but it's like an open house. So let's go take a look. Good morning. I went to that fun cocktail party thing. It was basically an open house for this new community. This is what it's called. It was interesting because there aren't a lot of developments like this in Vegas where they're kind of like luxury townhouse style homes. Usually, homes here are kind of sprawling or they're single level. But I thought this was really interesting. Of course, it appealed to the ex-New Yorker in me. I was like, oh, it's like a townhouse. Yeah, and this was interesting. They're doing a lease back for the model home, which I believe means you can buy it now, and either the developer or the real estate agency will lease it back from you to use it as a showroom. I think for like the time that they're selling the community, and then you can move in when they're done, kind of a thing. But that's great if you're looking for an investment, I guess. Anyway, I was a little concerned. I was talking to one of the brokers there. There's a very transient population in Las Vegas, and there's also a really large community of retirees. And I thought something with like 3 stories. I was like, who's going to get this? I don't feel like this is like I couldn't figure out who this home would appeal to. And she was like, oh, there's an elevator. I was like, oh, okay. Alrighty then, never mind, never mind. So anyway, that was fun yesterday. I just have to share with you the amazing day I had with Jennifer, over at All Feisty. Of course, I'll link to her channel down below. She is so fantastic. I just had the best time with her. I'll just say this. At the end of the day, I turned to her and I said, you know, I feel like I've known you forever. She's like, I kind of feel the same way. And she just knew that we would have a lot in common, which we do, a lot in common. It was just so great to click with someone. I have to tell you, when you're an adult, it happens less and less. Yeah, it was just so great to have that feeling, you know, to like click with someone. So anyway, she was here for, I'm not going to give away too much because I think she's going to be vlogging this trip a little bit, or at least talking about it on her channel. I think my video is going to go up before hers. In fact, I think my video is going to go up on the day that she's leaving Vegas. So anyway, I know she's going to share with you, her trip and what she purchased as well. At least that's what she mentioned to me. But I'm not going to mention any of that. So head on over to her channel. Definitely look out for that video. But she was here for an event with some friends, but she wanted some time to shop. So that's why she reached out to me. And I was so, so happy that she reached out to me, because it can be weird. We talked about that too. She was like, I just didn't know if I should reach out. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad that you did. And I'm so happy when any other like YouTuber reaches out. I just think it's so great. Like, so rarely are we able to meet up with each other. So I was so glad that she did. And again, I just had the absolute best time with her. She's just so much fun. We had so much fun shopping. And I ended up doing a little bit of damage, like I mentioned. So I'm just going to finish up my coffee, and I probably should throw on some makeup. Should probably throw on some makeup, and then I will show you what I purchased. Okay, let me show you what I purchased when I went shopping with Jen. So I got something at Prada, I got something at Chanel, I got something at Dior, and I got something at Saint Laurent. So Jen, by the way, is an excellent influence. She steered me in the right direction on all of these purchases. So I'm gonna start, I don't know, I'll start with Saint Laurent because that's right in front of me. I guess we'll start from small to big. How about that? So you guessed it, I got another pair of sunglasses. Aren't I so glad I did not make the proclamation in my what I'm not buying in 2024 about sunglasses? I almost did, because as you guys know, I have a lot of sunglasses, but I just love them so much. I didn't even see these in Europe when I was in Copenhagen. But look at these guys. Aren't these so cool? So from the front, the metal frame that you're seeing through the lens, it looks gold, but it's actually silver, and it's the lens that's making it look gold. Yeah, you can see that it's silver on this side. Isn't that neat? It has this like skeleton vibe there, because you can see the frame through the lens. I really like that. And then it's an ombre lens. Basically goes from like a very deep blue to a yellow. And I just think it looks really cool on the face, because I think the lenses, I don't think they read like blue, 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 blue. I feel like they read a little bit more gray. And I just really like them. I like the shape of them. I really like this kind of like flat top shape on my face. That generally works pretty well. I really love, like, again, generally like the size of Saint Laurent sunglasses. I have a really wide face, and sometimes there's brands where I feel like the frame, it's just too narrow all the time. I'm trying to think of, like, Celine sometimes can be that way. I had to get the flat top Celines because those I think are just like a wider style. But a lot of the Celine, I just feel like they're like, they come in or something. Anyway, I just love Saint Laurent sunglasses. As you guys know, I got that pair when I was in Copenhagen. These thin metal legs, very, very comfortable. As much as I love the look of like the big plastic sunglasses, those like legs that are like really, really thick, sometimes they're just not that comfortable. Like sometimes your hair gets like stuck in legs and it like sticks out strangely or whatever. Anyway, I feel like thinner legs are just a little bit easier to wear. So I kind of gravitate towards those. So I love these. And there were two options. There was this, and then there was a frame that was actually gold, and the lenses were, I think just, they weren't ombre. I think they were just like a tinted brown. So a little bit more I don't know, like a traditional sort of color story between like gold frames and this kind of brown lens. And at first I was gonna get that, but I just liked the ombre and I liked how these looked gold but are actually silver. I don't know, I just thought maybe these were a little bit more versatile. So Jen was definitely very helpful in selecting which pair. I think they may have had other options, but those were the two most interesting. So anyway, I will leave the model and everything down below in my description box because it's on the leg, but it's too small. It's too small for me to read. So anyway, that's what I got at Saint Laurent. Next, let me show you what I got at Dior. So they actually had to courier this to me because the one that they had in store had a little bit of a flaw. And so they didn't have another one in store and they had to, I think, get it from another boutique here in Vegas. So I did get it that same day, but I had to wait. I couldn't bring it home with me. Here is the box. Look at this beautifully wrapped box. I love it. I think you guys are going to be surprised at what this is. As usual, there's a little bit of a story behind this purchase. So Jen is a really big fan of Dior. I like Dior, as you guys know. I like Dior. I feel like I like their clothing a little bit more than the handbags and the shoes. So anyway, there was actually a handbag that caught my eye. It's that tote bag. I'll put a picture of it up here and the name and everything. And I actually asked you guys on Instagram a while ago, I think when this bag first came out, maybe last summer, which color I should get, whether I should get the camel and the black or the black. And you guys actually voted for the black, but I've just been hemming and hawing about this bag because I don't use like very large totes that often anymore. I used to in New York all the time. If I lived in New York, I probably would have purchased this bag already, but I just don't use really big bags anymore. But I have been looking for another carry-on option. I use that Chanel Deauville tote that's in hot pink, which is great. It's just such a great bag. It's the perfect size, but I'm like, maybe I should try something else. The Row Margot 17 has come up. Many of you have suggested I get that. You all love it. Whoever has it, I think pretty much loves it. I think maybe I've seen one or two comments where you're like, maybe not. Anyway, so that Dior tote that I like, I saw for the season they came out with it in a tweed. And I just love the look of the tweed. So when we walked into the Dior boutique, I actually forgot about the bag. And then I saw it there and I was like, oh my gosh, Jen, should I get this? And so I was just hemming and hawing and she was like, you know, what are you thinking about it for? Whatever. So we were talking about it. And then this caught my eye. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to get this while I continue thinking about the bag. I decided to get the bucket hat. So this is the tweed. So this is the tweed material that's in the tote bag. And it's just so beautiful. I love that it's black and white, like really, really simple. I love that you can see the texture. I love how the Canage Dior print is like there, but kind of like hidden by the tweed as well. So I got the size 57 in the hat. And I felt like I was kind of between sizes 57 and 58, but because this is a cloth, I'm like, it's just gonna stretch. Hats always kind of stretch. And I'm always fearful of a hat that's too big, that's just gonna like fly off your head. So I opted for the 57 and just doing a quick inspection because the one that was in store, there was like a big piece of thread coming out of the tweed. Yeah, this one is perfect. All right, so here is the hat. Isn't that cute? I love a good bucket hat, and I think it just works when it's in a more, I don't know, traditional or sophisticated material like this tweed, because I was trying one on at Prada and it was nylon and it was so much fun and I really liked it, but it just had like fisherman vibes. And the ones that are like just like a floppy cotton canvas, I feel like those are really like fisherman vibes. And so I love this like material, kind of a casual silhouette for a hat, but I feel like the material kind of elevates it. So that is what I picked up at Dior, and you guys would be shocked at how dense this tweed fabric is. So when I was playing around with the totes, I was looking at the tweed tote, and the tweed tote only comes in the size large. The leather totes come in like a large and a medium. I think those are the only two sizes, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway, the sales associate brought over the leather ones for me to take a look at, and the tweed was heavier than the leather bags. And I was so shocked. I was like, oh, is there like something in this bag? I thought maybe there was some sort of display pillow in there or something to kind of keep it on the shelf. Nope, it was just the tweed fabric. Like that's how dense it is. It's almost like an upholstery fabric. So I just think it would wear really well. And that was also my concern, getting that tote bag in a tweed or in a non-leather kind of fabric, because I am thinking about using it in terms of a carry-on bag. And I thought, oh, is it gonna wear well? Should I just get the leather? And after actually seeing it in person and like feeling it and actually like experiencing the weight of that bag, I was like, oh, this is really sturdier. In fact, I think I'm a little bit more comfortable with this tweed bag versus the leather bag that I would be afraid to get scratched up and whatever. But anyway, just wanted to mention that because that's just not something you would even be able to tell in pictures online or whatever, but this tweed is like really, really substantial, very substantial. So anyway, I'm still thinking about that tote. I really love it. And there's something, again, like I've been looking at this bag online for a really long time. I don't know, I just missed it. But the handles actually extend so that you can hold it in your hand like a tote, or you can extend the handles so that you can use it as a shoulder bag. And I think in my vlog, I think I modeled it. I can't remember. You know, Jen and I were talking, so I kind of kept forgetting to vlog, but I think I vlogged it on my shoulder and holding it. But you just extend the straps, like the actual handles are like double layer. So I just thought that was just so much smarter than just simply adding another strap or just simply adding like a shoulder strap or whatever. So it's just really cool, like a really, really cool design. I do love the bag. I just have to decide whether or not I'm gonna get it. Anyway, so that is what I got at Dior, this cute bucket hat. I'm so excited. I do like a good hat in the summertime. Very, very handy. Okay, sunglasses and hats, two things that I can never stop myself from purchasing. All right, next up, what I got at Chanel. This was such a unplanned, I mean, all of these purchases were unplanned, but I was actually on my way home. I was on my way, you know, to leave Jen, and we were walking out towards the parking garage together, and she was like, oh, Chanel, I'm gonna just stop in here. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna stop in there too. So anyway, we went into Chanel. I'm not gonna spoil any news on what she purchased or whatever, but definitely watch out for a video from her. But I got a pair of shoes, and almost two pairs of shoes came home with me because I couldn't decide which colorway to get. And it's such a practical shoe. I was like, I should just get both, but I stopped myself. I just got one. So let me undo the ribbon here. Dust bag. I got the beige and black camellia flats. The other colorway I was thinking about was just all black. I thought the camellia flower looked really, really cool in like the all black, because an all black flat, like whatever, I have a few of them at this point. But with the camellia flower, it just, you know, it adds a little dimension, adds a little interest. But I decided on the beige just because, like I said, I have some black flats. I have my Kate black flats, and these are just so quintessential Chanel, aren't they? So let me take out the stuffing and actually model the shoe for you. So I ended up getting a 38.5. I tried the 39, and while it was a little bit more comfortable here, my heel was just slipping out. I have a really narrow heel and a wide foot. So since this was all leather, I knew it was gonna stretch. So the 38.5 fit better in terms of length. And you know what's interesting? The beige, this beige shoe in 38.5 just fit a little bit better than the all black in 38.5. It was just a little bit different. Like the toe box in the black one was even tighter, and my heel was still slipping like a little bit. So that was sort of the deciding factor in me getting the beige instead of the all black. All right, there they are on. And you can see my heel does not slip, which is great. And here they are head on. I just think these are so great. These are so classic. And like I mentioned in my fashion trend prediction video, I mean, I just think flats are huge, especially ballet flats. And I have given up on heels. That's something I'm not buying any more of. And so I am just filling out my, my flats wardrobe. But aren't these so pretty? I just love the camellia flower. So that is what I picked up at Chanel. And in my mind, oh my God, these are so dusty. Sorry, how gross. In my mind, I was kind of replacing these flats that I've had from Chanel for a gazillion years. These are those stretchy ballet flats. I think I got these like in the early 2000s. Anyway, so comfortable. I've worn these to death, as you can see. But when I got Butters, she chewed the back of these. Now they're still totally wearable, but I just don't reach for them as much anymore. Oh, these are 38 and a half too. Gosh, Chanel shoe sizes are so all over the place. I know I have like a pair of flip-flops that are like a 40, maybe even a 40 and a half, like something huge. And I may even have like a pair of 38s for them. Anyway, I was thinking of these flats when I was purchasing those other ones. I was like, oh, it'll be kind of like a good substitute for these since Butters chewed up the back there. Okay, and last but not least, what I got at Prada. So I didn't realize it, but I guess I was kind of on the hunt for another spring jacket, and I ended up trying on a whole bunch. Again, I think I vlogged most of it, so you will have seen a lot of what I tried on. And I ended up getting this cropped, where's the top? Here it is. Cropped, hooded jacket. It's just practical. I just know I'm gonna wear it a lot. I tried on a longer one that has like a cinched in waist. It actually reminded me of my Montclair jacket, but it's longer. And I thought, oh, maybe for a rain jacket, you know, that's a little bit more practical. But the reality is I spend most of my time here in Vegas because I just kept thinking, I'm like, oh, if I'm back in New York, whatever. I was like, the cropped one is definitely one that I would wear more. And it's just the Reen nylon. It has matte black hardware, which is really nice. It has the triangle in the front with this Velcro breast pocket there, 2 slip pockets on the sides. Just really, really simple. Prada tag on the inside. But let me try this on for you guys. It also like cinches at the bottom, so if you want to like bring it in, you can like, you know, kind of blouse it out a little bit. I doubt I'm going to be wearing it like that, but that is an option. So here it is on. You can see it hits me right at the waist, and it has elasticated cuffs. This bottom is elasticated, but at the bottom here, there's drawstrings. So if you want to bring it in even more, make it, you know, like puff it out a little bit, you can do that. I don't know if I'll be doing that too much. It has a hood, and I love it. I just love how simple it is. I just feel like this is something I'm going to be wearing quite a bit, and I do feel like I really had spring/summer on the mind. Hats, I always think about come like the sunnier days, sunglasses, obviously, those flats or whatever. And I feel like I'm just sort of slowly building out my spring wardrobe with these pieces. I'm so happy with everything that I got. But they were also telling me that this is probably like their fastest selling clothing item, that they cannot keep this in stock. And I was like, oh, really? I was just surprised because it's cropped. I figured if it was just like a normal length, sure, practical, black nylon, you could wear it anywhere. But like the cropped version, I was just kind of surprised to hear that, but they're like, yeah, people just love it. So anyway, if I can link to it down below, I will. You know what I'm realizing? I feel like this Prada triangle isn't like silver. It looks like what I thought was silver is more like a gunmetal. That's really cool. I love that. I love that. All right, well, that is it for this haul and this vlog. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Definitely check out the All Feisty channel here on YouTube. Tell Jen I said hello, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.